live stream for Tuesday, the 29th of August.
Good morning.
I think one of our great fears is that we're live when we're really doing the, will you see what she's chewing on over there? That we go live when we're really doing A1 Confidential and not the A1 in Vacuum Selling live stream.
There was one time where
Why would you even bring this up? Why go down the road you don't want to drive down? This is my life.
We won't go down that road. But there were elephants.
And a phone call like, Jeannie, you're live still. We ended the live stream. We walked away and Jeannie never turned it off.
Let's just say our family thinks that toots are funny.
This one, what do you do with it?
You know what? Our family does not. So
why are we going down this path right now?
4 people think toots are funny and 1 does not.
My father used to tell this story about how my father imparted a lot of wisdom on me. And one of the best things he ever told me was that there are two types of people in the world. There are people that think farts are funny and there are people who don't. And they don't get along. That like you actually have to be conscious of that, because if you're a person who thinks toots are funny, you can't joke like that with somebody who doesn't. And there's no greater truth in the world than that.
Yeah, you could divide up the world.
You could divide the world into 2 different camps. That's what's wrong with America right now.
Yeah, that's what it comes down to.
Okay, so I am actively working to figure something out. So we, yes, all humans fart. We actually had a book for our kids it was like all animals fart, all animals poop. That was like the name of the book. Elephants. What? You remember that?
No, I don't.
Cindy Lehman, I called the store one day to tell you were live and nobody knew it. Yeah, that's happened twice now.
I thought I hit end stream and then I hit
go live.
Go live again. Like, you know, you get trigger happy and you're like boom, 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 boom.
This is her. That's like actually what she used to do on her computer all the time. And I'd be like, stop hitting buttons. Slow down. Wait. See what happens.
Today's you know, now I know because I see a spinning wheel and I'm like, oh, it's thinking. But I didn't know before.
Before she's like, it's not working.
You know,
and then I'd walk over and 9 million windows would be popping up. The computer would be failing.
I do. Today's a good day.
We're learning Jeannie's cycle, which is she's super tired Thursday, so she is not here on Thursdays.
Then I'm amped up on like
Then
Friday.
She's all doped up on steroids Friday.
I'm roid raging
through like midday Saturday, and then I think we really managed it much better.
And then I just when after Saturday I go home, I just climb into bed.
And she crashes for about 24 hours.
And I don't do anything for like 24 hours.
Today?
Yeah, I have a mask.
Okay. So Jeannie is masking at the store. As we get deeper into the year and closer to the holidays, I'll be masking as well. We've had people that have called and asked. We're not asking anybody to mask. If you want to mask in the store, you are welcome to mask in the store, but that's not not our request. We'll do what we need to do to protect Jeannie. And the reality is 12 weeks from now, is that an old mask?
No. And if you're sick,
stay home.
Or we could put something in your car for you. Or I'm fine if they come and just grab something and like don't come hug me if you're sick. How many treatments do you have to get?
It's a grand total of 16 before surgery.
16.
So we're two in. If it were my mom, she'd be like, "You're 1/8 of the way." So yeah. So yeah, we're 1/8 of the way.
And
the second 12 weeks will be different. Like as we get deeper into this, Jeannie's going to be in the store significantly less, to basically protect her. So
says who? Who says I'm going to be here less?
They told us to basically expect you to be down for a week. So yeah. We'll see how it goes, but this cycle is such that we're managing it with Thursdays off, and then the weekends allow us to recover.
Yeah, and I didn't do anything yesterday. I was like, I thought about it all day doing the live feed, and then I was tired, and I feel like I want to be on my game. I want to be like, because I struggle anyways being on my game in normal circumstances. So I did it, although I did film another.
Hang on one second. Let me see if I can reach him.
I filmed the squirrels, and then I have one more block I have scented candles to do, and then I can hopefully put together my autumn thing, although I have to do that. You know what it was too? I hate doing the borders. I hate it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I should, for every single quilt and table topper, I should do the borders first. I should just do those because I don't want to. So I was tired, but I also didn't want to do them. God, what's wrong with me? I don't know what it is. So I apologize. They didn't get done, but Patrick is going to be gone for a night this week, and he's going to meet Kai, and they're going to go camping. And so maybe I'll have like a day this weekend where I could go ahead and just film those. And it might not be live because it might be one of those things where I'm forcing myself to get through it.
Or she's just doing it when she feels good, which isn't necessarily in the morning. So, all right. So a couple people reached out over the course of the weekend because they were not able to download the necessary update to run the upgrade on their Stellaire machines. So we looked this morning just basically to see where things are. And the Baby Lock update is still there. The Brother update is not. So I've been in communication with the head of QA at Brother. I think they were concerned that there was a bug. If you've installed it, you're fine. Don't freak out. If you haven't installed it, just be patient. They were essentially working to fix something and put it back up. I will, and we're going to see, like, I'm actively texting the head of QA at Brother right now to see if they can give me a time frame on that. But this has happened once before with one of the Luminaire updates or upgrades. It actually happened bilaterally, and it's funny if it is happening to the Brother, it'll be happening to the Baby Lock too. I think Brother may just have been the first to address it. So if I get an answer while we're on the live stream, I'll let you know. And I think that's Gloria that I was in touch with over the weekend. So Gloria, you were right. I actually hadn't read the update, but you were, well, poop happens. Yes, it does. So does Toots. My
dad used to always say, would you prefer I had a stomach ache?
I'm going to tell this story. So right after Jeannie and I get married, it's like a day after, like.
Oh, it's Charles. We're going to get an answer for you. My parents, Patrick and I got married in Vegas, and it was this really like last minute kind of thing. We just said, hey, your mom's coming. My parents are coming. Should we just get married? And so we ended up getting married. And then my parents said, "Oh, we're gonna stay the week." So they ended up. I mean, we really didn't have like a honeymoon or anything, anyways. So they ended up staying for the week, and then Patrick will tell you the rest of the story. So, can I tell you, we had so many people share a story. I think this was the most popular question that was asked, and so many people that wrote in their answers. And I was laughing so hard last night before we went to bed. I was like, I'm going to read all of those replies. Last night there were 123, and then this morning there's 136. So there's like a bunch of them, 13 that I haven't read yet. Okay, do you want to tell him?
Well, go ahead and finish your story.
I'm talking about the responses to the question.
Oh my God, they were so good. Well, I'm going to finish telling this story, and then we're going to talk about the stellar update. I told him that my parents stuck around for the honeymoon. Yeah, we were like, we're taking a long weekend off. Like, I was working a lot, and then her parents were like, "Oh, cool, we're going to stay." And then the first night, it was like 100 million degrees out. We were living in Vegas, and we walked to the car. I'm with her dad, and we walk like a block to get the car and go pick the ladies up because we'd gone out for dinner. And we get in the car and I shut the door, and like the moment the door shuts, he rips this long fart. And all I could think of was, man, you had a block. You had a block to fart. But you saved that for me. He's like, I was saving it for you. No, he didn't say that. But anyways.
Okay, people that don't think farts are funny
are super offended right now. So we're sorry if you don't think toots are funny. But
it's natural.
And that was a true story. That really happened.
Yeah.
All right. So a couple folks reached out over the course of the weekend about the fact that the Stellar upgrade 2.0 or update 2.0, which was necessary for the upgrade, was not appearing on the Brother site and wasn't being downloaded on their Stellaires. I've also had a couple people reach out to say, well, I updated and my machine is rebooting. And so with that in mind, if that is happening to your machine, so if you're a local lady or if you are somebody who can make it to my store, if you bring your machine in, I can default the machine. So if you remember what I was telling you ladies was happening on the Solaris, where I believe that there were some problems on the Solaris because the memory was too full. He just basically told me that's happening with this update.
Okay.
And so what that means is this is a massive update. If you remember me talking last week, I said it's like a half a gig. It's like the size of the last Luminaire and Solaris update. So long story short, if you're local to me, bring me the machine. I can default the machine and clear the memory. You will lose anything that you've saved in memory because I clear it. But once that happens, everything goes back to normal and you should be good to go. Brother is aware of the issue and is actively working on a smaller version of the update that will be launched on September 4th. So if you haven't been able to do it, no biggie. Just take a deep breath.
Don't worry.
You'll have it in a week. September 4th is next Tuesday, I think, or maybe next Monday. But Japan is actively working, and I think what they did the last time is they split the update into a software update and a video update. So I have a feeling that's probably what they're doing this time. Rolo, we will reach out to you when your upgrade is it's coming this week, I think.
Yeah, we should have all the rest of them.
That said, even if the upgrades are in this week, for those of you who've not run the update yet, you won't be able to do it until next
Should the
Tuesday.
Altair people just wait? Hold
And
out.
the Altair people, I would, because it's all the same, right?
I would wait. Just wait.
I would wait if you haven't updated yet, because it's causing a reboot issue on the machine. Like basically, like in the middle of operating, the machine will reboot because it essentially runs out of memory and it restarts. So if you are a Altair Meridian lady and are local to my store, I can default those machines too. That said, if you are running into this issue and you don't have a local dealer that you are comfortable having default your machine, or if you're hesitant to do anything like that, Brother has posted the 1.5 update, and you can downgrade your machine, meaning you can essentially remove and rerun the other firmware, and everything will go back to what it was, and then you can rerun it later. So, so long story short, and it's funny because in the grand scheme of issues, this is a minor issue. But I know when you get this updated just fine with no issues. So Charles actually said they believe the people that are running into issues have a bunch of stuff stored in memory.
Oh, so clear your memory. So
Well, they can't, not the way we do it. It's a different process.
Okay.
When we clear your memory's actually erased. When you clear your memory, the log is removed, meaning it doesn't rewrite ones and zeros over the memory. It just removes the log saying that thing is stored there. And so, so it will be 2.0, Gloria. You were right. Yeah, he totally hotboxed me on multiple occasions. That was just the first. So
he doesn't even think farts are funny either.
They're natural. It's a natural phenomenon. That's what he says.
Yeah.
So so the so he literally just said to me that they believe the problem is literally only with people that have a bunch of stuff saved in memory. That said, it's not as easy as just going and erasing or removing those items from memory. It's something that needs to be defaulted in the store through diagnostics. It's not something I'd recommend you try at home because you can totally factory reset the machine. That's why we don't tell you how to do it. And so when this relaunches and 2.0 is available, we will let you know. If you have the baby lock machines and you're having these issues, your dealer or us, if we're your dealer and you come to us, can default your machines. It'll fix the issues. Baby Lock has not posted the 1.5 upgrade yet. And quite frankly, the last time this happened, it was like that too. Brother was a little faster, but they're the ones writing the software. And so I think you're going to see this again. And so if you're having those issues and you need advice, you can always reach out to the store as well.
Melinda's asking, do you have the awesome new flat hoop?
Okay,
Is that the
so
7...
let's talk about the 7x12 flat hoop.
Especially if you haven't heard this yet. And
So
do you want me to grab it?
the 7x12 flat hoop, and several people have called wanting to buy it. And this is a don't trust me, trust my motives thing. And what I mean by that is, you know, if I'm not selling you something, that what I'm telling you is the truth. So the new 7x12 frame, if you do not have an upgraded Stellair, either version, Altair or Meridian, we will do the hoop and promote the hoop when it's time to promote the hoop.
I'm going to show it to them.
No, we'll show it to them when we're really ready to sell it to them. Well, it's one of those things where do we want a bunch of people buying it and then...
What I want them to know, because I love mine, is like Michelle was pointing out how the magnets are like really thin. I loved it. I used mine for the first time.
These hoops are game changers because the magnets.
I don't know if they're like game changers, but I just loved it.
No, it's so much easier to position and move. And hey, Poppy, come here.
And you can still get pinched, but like I just took it and like hinged it on one side and just let it drop down. I didn't even have. I was using, I use muslin when as kind of my stabilizer. It's not a stabilizer, as my base when I was doing Falling into Autumn. So it just barely reached to the end. So I didn't even have enough to kind of like pull back. But I just like kind of, held it taut and just like dropped it down. And it was so easy and it was so secure and it was so wonderful. And I was like, ooh. Because I've always been like, oh, they're kind of pricey, even for me. But I can't wait to get the 7x12.
They're super awesome.
And
so,
anyways, yeah,
I was
fantastic.
part of a text string that I wasn't supposed to be part of, and well, no, it's fine. But part of that text string was essentially saying that the projected upgrade or update for the machines that are not Stellar, Altair, Meridian would not be until December. So Brother advertised these hoops on working on all the machines, but the reality is right now they do not. They work on the Stellar machines, they work on the Altair, they work on the Meridians. We are aware that several people have bought these hoops. Anybody who's reached out to me, and this is my request for you, I don't want to sell you something that you can't use. And so we're watching to see when these updates are happening. Now, I have it directly from the source that the projected date for those updates are in December. That doesn't mean it might not happen faster, but if you look at what's on the bulletin boards, people are being told by their dealers, it's in September, it's in October, it's in November. I have it directly from the source. That update's not coming until December. So we're paying attention. And what we don't want to do is, yes, Cindy, reach out to the store. You can get it from us. And we have a special price, and we did like with the bundle and everything else.
On the DL.
So we will put this stuff, and thank you for mentioning the Christmas list. We'll put this stuff on the Christmas list. Like, these hoops are awesome. But what I didn't want was to sell a ton of these hoops and end up with a bunch of people freaking out and calling the store every other day asking when this update is coming.
So we could sell them.
If you're dying to buy one, call me. I'll make you a deal. They're $5.99. I need to look at what our price is. They're probably going to be like $3.99 or $3.49. I think our map pricing is something like $3.99 or $4.29. I'll make you a deal, but I haven't sold them to anybody yet, because unless you have the XJ1 or XJ2 or an upgraded Stellar, Altair, or Meridian, or an Altair or Meridian 2.
I say we just put them up, and then it's just like...
No, because I know we will get a call every day until the update happens, and we don't have time.
I don't
No
think
offense,
we'll
ladies, but you'll call us all the time.
Every day.
No, if we sell 30 of them, one of you will call us each day, every week, to see what's happening.
That's not true. He's being rude.
No, I'm not saying the same person, but I'm saying one of the 30 will call every day.
No, they won't.
I'd rather just sell them to you when the update is ready. And so we're watching. We are paying very close attention. Like, I'm talking directly to the guy at Brother. I'm talking directly to the head of QA at Brother about this stuff.
He's so dramatic.
No, I'm just saying, trust us on this one. I would wait. If you, yes, put Melinda Winchell in special orders for the hoop. But we'll sell it to you when it's available for your Solaris or Luminaire. And it's going to work on the Destiny, the Dream Machine. It'll work on every machine all the way up, but they need the update. What was I going to say?
I don't know. You have a lot to say. What? So dramatic. Okay, I'm putting you on the list, Melinda.
So, and several of you have called about the hoops anyways, and I've gone just wait.
I love it. I love it because this is like, I know some of you have gotten the other ones and like the sashing one. And so, because the first thing Michelle pointed out, she's like, oh, the magnets are so much thinner. So they're a lot thinner and a lot more low profile. And so it's kind of cool. Okay, what else? Can we talk about other stuff?
We need to do the giveaway because I'll need to get cash in the register and people are already showing up. So
he is very honest.
Yeah, listen, you will get, we're gonna do a special price
and you know,
on it.
If your local dealer did sell you that other one, they didn't know. Like,
I know because somebody sent me a text by accident.
They didn't. It's not like they reached out to us. Nobody's reached out and said, "Hey, hold off on selling these. They're not going to be. You're not going to be able to use them if you have a luminaire." Nobody's reached out to us. Like, he was part of like.
I got somebody sent me a text by accident.
Yes.
And then I made a phone call and confirmed the text.
Yeah.
So we haven't even bought them yet. Because we don't want them sitting around.
Your local dealer, if they've gotten it and sold it to you and been excited to get that
they just didn't know.
They didn't know. So don't be upset with them. Love your dealer. You know, we're all trying to do our best.
I'm planning on having them all this week. I haven't confirmed that with shipping, but I think
about Altairs?
I think everything. I think all the upgrades that we've purchased should be here this week.
And let's just
that said, I wouldn't run. Listen, and I get it. The baby lock ones are still there. We're hearing that the problems are the same with the restart. I would just say, hold off. Just hold off until the 4th when the new updated updates are out. And so I expect to have them sometime this week. Several people have reached out about where they sit on the list. I bought enough in my last order to get everybody that has bought one taken care of, and I bought enough to cover about 10 additionals. That said, people are also asking about special pricing and bundles. Special pricing and bundles, in theory, are over. They ended on the 28th. We ordered enough that we can cover a bunch more. And anybody who's asked me for a detailed response about this has heard the same thing from me, which is what's happened in the last 2 or 3 cycles they've launched this stuff is they do this now only pricing and bundle deal. And then we get into September and they go, it was a hit. It's back. Here's the special pricing. So, Terry, you're counted because you were already on the list. So, you know, if you haven't gotten the bundle or if you haven't gotten the upgrade, do it now so that you can be sure you're part of that. But at the same time, if you needed to wait financially or something like that, although we are offering 6 months, same as cash, if you needed to wait, then my guess is you're going to see these special prices and special bundles later in the fall too.
So Pamela, I have a wish list. So I'm going to put you on that wish list right now. And next time we get one of those dream machines in, we had one and sold it immediately. I
sold it within 3 hours of getting it.
Yeah. So I'm going to add you right now.
I do have still one XE1. XE1 with upgrade, basically.
XE1 is embroidery only, just so you know. Karen Johnson, the 8x12s were on back order. So we got all our hoops again, but we are waiting for the 8x12s, and I'll let you know as soon as that comes in. But as of, was it last week or the week before when we checked, they were in back order. Marion Bright is gorgeous.
I don't think, and by the way, like when I made the phone call first thing this morning to QA, I don't even think QA knew what was going on. because I got like a little bit of a delayed response. This was Japan. Japan basically realized there was an issue and pulled it down, and they're gonna put it back up. So, Linda Rains, do you want us to pay now? I'm not sure what Linda's talking about. Is that for the upgrade?
Linda, we'll do. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're talking about, Linda.
If you're talking about the hoops or the upgrades,
we'll do a special.
You can wait until they come in, but if you're talking about the upgrades, yeah, you'll get the same pricing from us.
Miss Cheryl, I didn't know you were waiting for that foot, but I have it, and I'm putting your name on it right now.
And it was your upgrade that I opened. I talked to Charlie this morning. He said it was okay.
Cheryl, we're talking to you.
Because I wanted to look and see exactly what the instructions were. Oh, the hoop. Yeah, no, I'll give you a special deal on the hoop, regardless of when you purchase it, because we're not even running a special on it yet. We'll figure out what that special is going to be. And we'll do a special for the Christmas list or something like that.
Yeah, and if you're new to us, every year we do a Christmas list, and I know we have incredible pricing. We'll do even better pricing. Let's talk about just a couple of...
I need to do the giveaway because I got to get to work.
Okay, he's going to get that up. While he's getting that up, we have Stellar and Altair sewing today. So that's going to be at 10:30, so it's half an hour. If you've gotten your machine from us and you've wanted to take that class, we can put you in it right now. I don't think there's a lot of prep work for that. And then Stellar, Altair, Meridian, Embroidery, all of those machines. The embroidery class is going to be tomorrow. You can always sign up for that as well online. On the 31st, Thursday, we have the Luminaire and Solaris IQ Designer class. That's the one where you do with the butterfly, and I think I showed it off last week. And that's the one where we show you how to do your fills and your line properties, and we stitch it, and then you add stippling around it. So that's going to happen on Thursday. On Friday, get to know your scan and cut. If for some reason... I think we've sent out all of the kits for that, but reach out to me today if you haven't gotten it, or you haven't gotten shipping confirmation on that. Get to know. I'm going to check through the list again and just make sure everybody has that. But the get to know your scan and cut, we're not going to have another one of those until sometime in November. So get signed up for that now. And then next week, let me go through this just really quickly. We have the IQ Design Center class for the Stellar, Altair, Meridian, Dream Machine, and Destiny. That's going to be next Wednesday. And we only do that class like maybe once every quarter. So get signed. That's the same class that we're doing this week for the Solaris and Luminaire. It's the one, again, that we're going to show you. It's an introduction to your IQ Designer and Design Center. Don't worry about it, Christy. We've got it here for you. Just call us when you get a chance. That pillow class is coming up next week as well, and that's going to be the one where Michelle's showing you, because I show you how to do your pillow on a serger, where we make the piping and we do the zipper and we do all of that. Michelle's going to do it with you on the sewing machine. You do need this foot. This is the pearl piping and sequence foot. So you need this foot for the class. If you haven't gotten it yet, call the store and we can get that for you. And then, today is the 29th. Don't forget, if you got the design for the lumbar pillow, the little rust color pillow, you don't get the design until the 1st. And that is going to be this Friday. So if you paid for it and you're like, how come I haven't gotten it yet? They don't release it until the 1st. And everyone that's part of the club, that's automatic. And then if you bought it a la carte, I went on there. Usually they let me put in it a couple days early, and I checked yesterday and I haven't been able to do it. But your design should be ready for you to download on the 1st directly from kimberbell.com. I submit all your information, and then it should be available for you there. But the class for that is going to be on the 8th, just to make sure everyone has all their stuff.
So,
Michelle's software class is starting soon. So if you have PE design,
we got to do the giveaway because I got to get to work. If you have PE design
or Palette 11, she is starting in September, and it's starting on, first class is September 11th.
Okay, so regarding the giveaway today, we're going to choose a winner. The winner needs to call the store. We'll Zoom with you and allow you to pick out of the Kimberbell stuff.
Yeah, we're just gonna. I still have all. You know,
We need to do
it was so
this.
much fun to win. So we've just been giving it all away so you can win too.
So
We'll have 2 winners.
we can do whatever you want.
Let's do 2 winners. You get to pick out of the Kimberbell box. There's still awesome stuff in there. Like
This was
design
a
books,
super fun.
batting, and not just stuff for just embroiderers, but stuff for everybody. And it was okay. So
Pamela Foster.
my first monthly cuties. You know what
Hey,
broke people?
We need to go and do number 2. And
Okay.
then you can say whatever you want, but I got to get to work.
Okay, Pamela
Here,
Foster,
here.
you are going to be our first winner. You get to pick out of
and
the box. You're
then-
local, so you can come in, or I'll just Zoom with you.
And then let's pick another winner. Connie Supernaut.
Ah, Hoop Sister. I have an unfinished Hoop Sister project too.
All right.
Congratulations.
Bye.
Wait, how do I spell?
Supernaut.
Okay, got it. Got it. Just call the store, Connie, or if I have your information, I'll contact you. But those were fun. I read through them all. I found Cup of Chair broke a lot of you. Cup of Chair, and you know what? I still haven't finished mine because mine's all sewn together. Borders are done. All I have to do is my embellishments, and I haven't finished that yet. Something that I loved that, well, I think a lot of us were just able to relate. We just there were a lot of people that just got into a project and you just had to take a break. You know, sometimes you have to put yourself in timeout or put your project in timeout and come back to it later. One thing that I love that somebody wrote, and please excuse me because I can't remember who wrote this, and it was, these aren't your exact words, but they said that they had to remind themselves that they were the boss and not their project. And that they had to, what did they say? I can't remember. And I tell that to people too. Remember, you are the boss. And I think they had an issue with the pressing of their project. And once they told themselves that they were the boss, then they told their project to behave. So, and there were a lot of people that wrote things like that they originally started with the quilt and the quilt turned into a table runner or wall hanging or a table topper, and that's okay too. And a lot of people had to come back to their projects, but they didn't let their project conquer them. They conquered their project. So I think it was really, really good because I think, you know, you were able to see that it doesn't always go your way, and you can come back to it and you can learn from it. A lot of you learned from your project, or that you took on something that maybe was a little bit above your skill level. But as you grew as a sewist and as a quilter, you were able to come back to it too, and you were able to once you learned more, come back to it as well. There were some people who are quilters who are no longer quilters, you're embroiderers, because you go, it wasn't what you like to do. So it's like kind of learning through your experiencing, learning what is the best fit for you with your sewing and your quilting and your embroidery. So it was just really fun to read through these, but don't give up. I think that's what we should all learn. Don't give up, and sometimes it just takes a fresh pair of eyes, and you know, we're all in it together. We're all in it together. Yes, you can, Claudette, you can purchase. So if you want to purchase a previous class, you can purchase that. We can send you the recording to the class. Oh, and the piping foot for the class next week. Oh, it says sold out. Well, okay, this is the deal with that. We have the brother foot, and it is not sold out, so I'm going to go online, and I will change that right now. So we'll change the pearl and piping foot. I will make that so it is purchasable. And this is pricey. It was $35.99, so I think we have it on there at like 30% off right now. So we made it. I'm a consumer too, so Oh, you need that?
Yeah. Thank you.
And can I get on the digital dealer so along? Cheryl, I'll add you to that. Have a great day. We're going to get busy. Phones are ringing, and I will attend to the stuff that I'm